All righty. Let's see. What do we have? Send a message. What does a message request look like again? Okay. Send a message request, REST template. Okay. And we send that into this private chat. Okay. What is the difference between chat feature and chat layout? Okay. Let me see this really quick. That's it. Okay. Okay, yeah, this looks a lot different. Oops. Notifications. Okay. Let's see. Ugh. I'm just gonna build this and see what it looks like. Cause I completely forget. But let's go to. Why did that not work? Oh, it's on this side. On my other monitor. Okay, so that's going to be building. Where? Where is all the chat stuff? Oh, here we go. Chat screen. They should really. Okay, so we have this chat screen. Chat detail. Let's just close everything. Item chat ID. Data chat data. Set chat data. Get chats. Okay. Is this loaded yet? uh okay. So we need to stop all this. Then we need to run everything. What is this script? There's a script in here. I always forget. Maven package. How do you do this again? isn't it? There we go. Oh, jeez. Weird. So, why is that? Why is that happening? Weird. Move this over here. Okay, so that should, now we should be able to actually build it. No, looks like it's working properly. Nope, nope, it's not. Why? Missing table. What the hell? What the hell? So why? Their relation clients does not exist. Definitely should. Yeah, we know these WebSocket tests don't work. Even though the logs definitely seem like they should. Stomp connected, receive connected, sending subscribe, encoding, stomp subscribe, sending message. Sending message, handling text message, subscribe, fine. Sending private chat. And then broadcast it. Definitely think it should be working properly. Don't understand why. Oops. Why the flyway migrations are failing. Because I have not changed anything. So I don't think I have. Okay, so now Edge is working. What is going on? Dude, what is going on? Uh, okay, so there's actually something wrong with user API. Okay. So let's go over how this works actually. So I have this extends message class. It has this table. Many messages to one chat. Many users to one, or many messages to one sender. User text message and are mapped to the same discriminator value text. Message. Server message. I forget how this works. On the root entity class only, discriminant annotation and JPA defines discriminant common for entities that are part of the inheritance hierarchy. So we have a student. Discriminator value. Whoa. Let me do that. No. Okay. I need to get rid of that. Oh, did I not do it correctly? Cool. I don't know if that's exactly what we want. Wow. This was working. I remember this working. Don't think we need this. Cannot execute error update. Okay. This is probably during the cleanup. Yeah. Delete all. Is there a chat repository? Let's do. AutoWire chat repository. Chat repository. Then we're just going to delete it at the. I think we need to probably delete the chats first. Oh. Okay, definitely better. Why is this? There's something weird going on. That's not what I meant. What is it? Devices? Device manager? Let's see. I don't know why the music isn't coming through. Okay. All right. Let's see. So Retest failed. Assuming it has to do. Okay. Should be actually fine. So then the other one was Event API, right? I was just having this weird flyaway issue for some reason. I think the checksum is wrong, which is really weird. Don't know why that would be. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's also open up Event API. It should be undeveloped, so it should be working. Okay. What is going on? What the hell? App. How's it going, Brian? I enjoy seeing this. I mess around with code, but I can't get into the deep. Sadly, I could never adjust from front end. Yeah, dude, it just takes some time. Just banging your head against the wall. And then you just slowly start understanding something. You know what I mean? But like for right now, I'm just trying to get it so it's working properly for my local development so I can do what I want to do. I haven't even really started yet. Why did I do this? I haven't touched this code in so long. So I'm just trying to remember how everything works. I don't know why it would change the schema. That makes no sense. Okay, that looks like it's working properly. Better now. Cool. Now, if we actually start up everything. And this should build everything correctly. So now we can actually do what we want to do. It's looking good. It's looking good. Nice, okay. So now our backend service is up and running. So now what we can do is actually populate it with dummy data that we have, which is right here, I believe. Yep. We run that job. And this will populate it with users and all sorts of different resources that we can actually test stuff with. That worked. So that's good. I forget what the user's login stuff is. JSmith123. Okay. So now we should be able to log in. Did I do that right? That was 1, 2, 3. Not now. Skip. Okay. Cool. So now we have this chat. Beautiful. So now we can actually start what we wanted to work on. So chats, how do they work? I don't know. I don't know how chats work. So we have a chat controller. This is Edge for sending a new chat. But what if we want to actually create a new chat? If that makes sense. So we're chat res controller. That's probably what we want. Okay, so we don't even have this implemented. So we can't even really do anything. But we do have get users chats, which is why we're seeing this. Okay. Now it's starting to come back to me. I don't think we finished this flow. So do I have any users for this? I do. So if I search for Emily, will that come up? It does come up. Okay. I got quite a bit done last time I did this. Okay. Cool. So I know what we need to do now. Okay, that's actually clean. Okay. So now we need to actually create a chat. So that's what I'm assuming where I left off. So how does one create a chat? Well, I think we kind of have the framework set out, as we can see here. But let's see. So when you create a new chat, and who's the other guy, like Dave or something like that? Man, I did some good stuff last time. So there's a difference between a group chat and a private chat, right? And I think they're different resources, if I remember this. Host user. So this looks like this looks pretty old and outdated from the design now. So it looks like I was gonna. So I think what makes sense is you do a post to, maybe it's just /users, user ID, then chats. So it's that user creating a chat. And then within that, you have a, this is outdated for sure. You have a body. So a user with this user ID creates a new chat. With that being the user ID. And then we can just make sure, hey, user attempting to create a new chat. Okay, so we have that. I think we will just want to do that. This will authenticate that the user is actually the one making this chat. We don't want a we don't want like another user to be able to create a chat for on behalf of another user. So does user API, I think user API is what's going to kind of hold the chats and all that stuff. So that's event API. I'm going to just close all this stuff because damn, there's a lot. So there's a chat controller and there's a create private chat. So why did I do it this way? There's a different request body. So what does this request body look like? It's just oh man. Create private chat, get chats, is it group chat? I definitely was just trying to get it to work with just a private chat. What is the purpose of that? So this is what a chat looks like. A chat can have one chat can have many messages. Discriminator. Discriminator column. Okay, so that's okay. Wait, private chat, discriminator value, private. Okay, that makes sense. Ugh. Let's see. So when we want to create a chat, so why chat service, builder chat private users? Private chat. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think that makes sense. could do it this way. Like this, create private chat. Sorry, my headphones just keep disconnecting for some reason. Okay. So users attempting to create a new private chat. Create a new group chat. So this will be group chat. But I agree we should just start with the private stuff. So we have a chat service. Sorry, chat service. I didn't get too far with this, huh? Because there's two ways you can do this. You can have one endpoint that's just like, you know, post chat, which is kind of what I did just a second ago. And then you would have the body kind of say if it's private or like groups, or you can have two endpoints that do it. And I think it makes sense to do two different endpoints because user API has different resources if it's a private chat or if it's a group chat. So I think two different endpoints makes sense here. There might be some duplication, but I think that's okay. So what? See, like, why did that doesn't make any sense to me. Why? I don't know why. Oops. Man, this is pretty clean if I do say so myself with this message handler factory. Pretty cool. Probably want to update this. So I've never done, I think it's called cursor paging. Is that what it's called? Look it up. Cursor pagination. There it is. All right, we'll figure that out later. Right now, I just want to be able to successfully create a private chat. That's the goal right now. Even like I don't understand. Oops. was I? Users first. I think this is just the pattern we use. I don't quite understand why this is necessary. It used to be like a back arrow you could fucking do, but IntelliJ, I completely lost the plot on that. So if this is users, yeah, like I don't like this. Well, actually, I think I see why I did it this way. Because the resource is a private chat. So you're creating a chat's private. You're creating a private chat. That's why I did it. You can honestly go either way though, I think. If we do it this way, it makes it easier to validate the authorization of that user. But that's not needed for user API because this is Edge. So you could just have it be this. But now that I'm thinking of it, I do think this makes more sense. This pattern. But okay. So let's go to our chat service. I'm just going to do this. Break it out a little bit. There's this private chat request. I don't know if we have this yet. We do. Okay. So create private chat requests. We're just going to do request. And then we're going to just do a builder. Then user is going to be first user ID. So that's the user that's actually creating. Oops. Creating the chat. And then we're going to return user proxy dot create private chat. And that's what we will implement now. So, sorry, I lost my. There we go. Okay. Public. What does this respond with? Just a chat response? I'm assuming we have a chat response here. We do. Create private chat. This will be the create private chat request. Then URI equals URI components builder dot from HTTP URL. Get the base URL for the user API. And the path segments. Path segment. So it's going to be chats and private. Oops. Whoa. Path segment, then private. And we're going to build this as a URI. So that's our URI to actually hit this endpoint in user API. Creating a new private chat with URI blah. URI. So now we actually need to do it. I don't exactly know what the error handling is going to be with this. That's something we'll have to figure out at a later time. But this is going to be a post. And the body is going to be this request. And then we want this to be return this as a chat response. Then we just do that here. And then we just return the response body. Catch HTTP status exception E. Exception occurred when creating a private chat. And then we're just going to throw it back. Okay. So that should be good enough to create a chat. And then we need to do request. And then the chat REST controller return response entity of okay with the chat service, create private chat, first user, second user ID. Okay. So we haven't done any validation yet. All we're doing is just creating the actual chat. Oh man. Okay. Sorry, one sec. So that should be enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this. Okay. Let's see. So that should work. And then so user API will take this, create private chat. What does this actually do? It first ensures that the first checks if that chat already exists. So that's good. It then makes sure that the user exists, which is good. And then if so, we just create the private chat. So you can create chats with not your friends, which I think is fine for now. Do I have chat FT? Chat, get chats. I think this could probably be remade to chats test. Can create private chat. This will probably definitely want to get broken up, but for now, I think it's totally fine. Add auth user. This is going to be our first user. Let's just make sure. Given path params. I don't know why the indentation's crazy all of a sudden. Okay. First user ID. That's going to be the user get ID. Path params. Second user ID. This can just be a random UUID. But we'll just do this. Second user ID equals UUID. So we can just assert it. When we do a post to users, first user ID chats, second user ID. Then status code, we want it to be an okay. And that chat response should have the chat ID be not null. This should have the chat type be equal to chat type dot private. This might need to be a toString. And then users. You can do contains in any order. Is this a list? How do you do? Yeah, list of user.getID, and then this is actually user response. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do has size of 2. And then cool. I think that's good enough. And then we need to go to the mock user controller. There should be a chat. Host mapping. So what this does is allows us to actually test these FTs by making like mock. So this is chats private with the response entity of chat response, new private chat, add request body, create private chat request. Then we're just going to log something to say, hey, we got this mock request to create private chat. So, oops, this will be the request. So now we just need to actually update the delegate. So this is where we actually will return the mock data. Public response entity, chat response, right? Create private chat. And that is with the create private chat request. And then we are going to just return, oops. We will do a chat response equals chat response and use a builder. And I'm just gonna move this over here so I can see it. The chat ID is just gonna be a random ID. Like it's created by user API. The chat type is gonna be chat type private. The users do I have a create? I have like a create new user or something like that. I do. I'm so smart. So then we can do like a list of create news user of request. Request get the second user ID, and that's going to be null. And then let's see. Last message timestamp will be null. Create timestamp will just be instant.now. And last modify will be instant.now. Great. So now if we run this test, oh wait, we actually need to return the response entity of OK response. And then we actually need to call it here. Oops. Not the class, the actual instance. Log user delegate, create private chat request. All right, this should work. Hopefully. Looks like it did. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to make sure that cannot create chat on behalf of other user. So we're just going to do this. Oops. And this will be rotate these around, it should fail. Should be forbidden. Beautiful. Cool. All right. So this should just work. I think user API will work too. So now is this interface actually set? Okay, that looks pretty good. So this item is a typed chat. So I'm just trying to see where this is. Okay. So screen chat detail screen. Text input. Chats. This is definitely the right one. Text input, touch new chat. Okay, so where is this? That's not what I meant. New chat screen. I'm gonna go to the restroom really quick. I will be right back. Okay. So, new chat screen. What the hell is this? I'm not sure what this is doing. This isn't doing anything. Okay. So here's the create chat. If is what was her name? Was it Emily? Okay. So we are going to do this. Const chat data. Oops. Is group chat. This is just wrong. We need to update this, but this. So right now, let's just get back to what the request actually is. I know it's just the users. Oh, that's right. We don't even. Okay. Okay, so this is wrong, but we'll update that in a second. So let's go to our user. So export async function, create private chat data any, return Axios client. That's not what I wanted to do. Dot post. That is what I wanted to do. Users data dot first user. That's correct. And then we're returning an iChat. Oh. Okay. So now we actually need to make this call. All right. Actually, I think this. Why is it? So we could do selected contacts. Is that what it actually is? Yes. Yes. Okay. So what is this? Oh, damn. Okay. So here's the chat details screen. I didn't even know I made this. So what does this have? It says none. Was asked. Oh, chat ID. Name is group equals false. Route parameters. Why is this not like in? This is the parameters, right? So why does it not like this? Is that not how you do the parameters? And then yeah, parameters of the chat ID. Are you going to type chat detail? It's not assignable for another type screen chat. Chat detail parameters, chat ID. Name. This will probably be, should probably be number 1. What is this type? What is argument of China? React Native navigation. React Native navigation. Passing parameters to routes. Navigate detail. This definitely seems like it should be totally okay. So I'm a little confused on why not. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. Why it's upset with that. Argument of type chat detail is not assigned with parameter of type screen chat. Screen chat parameters. Well, I think we just try that. So now we'll need to restart. Did I make any changes to user API, or do I just need to? I don't think so. But that's after I did it. So I think in reality, all I need to do is update Edge. We're gonna shut it down. I'm just gonna run these tests really quick, make sure. There's quite a bit of tests though. But it should be genuinely pretty quick. Test failed. Ah, yes. We know this. Okay. So let's just package this. I did package correctly. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So now we just need to. That's not local Docker platform. Docker compose up build edge. So this should just do the edge API. Bring that up. Okay. So if I start a new chat with Emily and I push create, this should work. It might not work, but it should. It didn't work. It didn't. It worked on the back end, it looks like. But the front end didn't like it. Why not? Create chat. Chat type does not exist. Chat type does not exist. Where? Chat. Create chat. New chat screen. 134. Chat type. Chat type. It should. Chat type. Chat type. User API. Chat type. What did user API say? Oops. User API. Users attempting to create a new private chat. Okay, so I need to work on the logs a little bit. Private chat. Created. Weird. So why is it saying error creating chat reference error property chat type does not exist? I think this is the only place with chat type. Well, let's just log out what this console, what this actually looks like. Okay, well now it's gonna be mad. Oh god. Okay, so it's not fetching the chats correctly. Oh god. Oh jeez. This found one private chats, returning a total of 1 chats for users. Getting users chats. So user API found that chat that we just created. So why is it not returning it? Chat screen. Fetch chats. What the hell are these logs? Okay, I found that chat. Why is it not rendering it? Also, like, why is it happy with this but not the other one? Weird. Why are... Render empty component. New chat. Chat data. I'm setting the chat data, right? Set chat data chats. Yes. List empty component. Render empty component. Why are you... Why... Definitely has the chats. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? Oh. Okay, but the list is not empty, dude. not empty. Why are you doing this to me? Let's seize the chats. Wait. Chat data. This should maybe be chats. Wait. Get chats. How does this come back? Chat responses, chats. Get chats. Dot chats. I did not like that. I did not like that at all. But this is what we want. So I think this is a good error. Cannot read property of URL undefined. Let's see what this just is. Why is it not returning the profile images? And I think I know why. Because user API does something a little weird. You have to like specify it. Like this is the user response doesn't include. Like you need to get the yes. This user doesn't actually hold the profile image. You have to like fetch that manually. How's it going, Laughing Whales? Appreciate you stopping by. What is my startup about? It's called Nowhere. It is a social platform that allows businesses to promote their like day-to-day events like karaoke, trivia, music, game night, whatever it may be, to the community so users can easily discover, plan for, and attend those events with friends. So here, this is just the development side of things, but it's all released and all out in production. I'm just working on it right now. And this is for Boulder, Colorado. You can see we have all these events. We have different trivias. We can see those organizations, see the events, see what memories are associated with those organizations. And a memory is pretty much the ability to, when you're at an event, you can like post a picture when you're only at that event to the community or just to your friends. But that way, like you can see what people are doing around you in real time. And then you can like also have your organizations you follow. Right now I'm working on the messaging stuff, but as you can see, it is broken. And then yeah, you have like you can also set what you want to do. Like if you want to go grab a drink, and then all your friends can see what you want to do. Just making it easier to plan and figure out actually what you want to do for a night out or whatever it may be. But right now I'm working on the messaging side of things. So, making it so the whole idea with Nowhere is taking the whole planning thing into one centralized app, so you don't need to go to Instagram or Facebook and then, start a group message with your buddies. It's all done within this one app. So I'm trying to implement some chat features. I'm close. But we got this little bug, and I know why we have a little bug. It's right here. I want to display the profile images URLs. This should be updated because they might not have one. There's a way I did this previously. So if I go to not memory screen, let's say component. Or even, I think this might even work. Yeah, here we go. We want this to be a fast image. And then if we do this, and then the source will be we just need to import it. Yeah, it's been a fun project. I've learned a lot, from it, and it's just fun to expand on whenever I get the shot, the opportunity. Why is this? What? Oh. Oh, jeez. URI. There we go. So I think that should at least like render the page. Nope. Okay. But regardless, we do need to do this. So this is our user API. And in chat services, we're just getting the user, but the user doesn't actually have the image associated with it. You actually have to fetch it. I'm trying to remember exactly how to do this. I haven't opened this project in a very long time. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so it's just a simple call. Yeah, exactly. Laughing. So this should make it so that we first try to get that user profile image. And if it doesn't, I have a default asset that I'll fall back to. But this should definitely be null safe. That call. Or at least this. So this should be as simple as user response. But you still need to specify the default source and remember the image path. And remember the image path opposed to variant equals user. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Am I straight up just using fast images wrong here? Totally possible. Let me know. But for now, this is just gonna break this up. So we're gonna just do a user response first user. I'll probably want to refactor this to make it a little better. Whoa. It's from our library. Yes. I think it might be a little kind of out of date now. Like, I don't think it's the best thing. So I don't think it really works too well on Android. This is React Native for, you know, this stuff. And pretty much what it does is it caches images like automatically. So you don't have to really worry too much about it, which is nice. Okay, so we have the first user here. And then we're going to do the same thing. We can refactor this to make it a little bit better. But for now, I just want to get this working. Stock class. So now we need to, do we have the asset service in here? We do not. So we're going to add our asset service. And all this does is we'll make it so we get like the user's profile images and everything like that, which is what was kind of causing that error. Right now, as you can see, this just doesn't have any user profile image object, which it definitely should. And all we have to do with that is do asset service.add user profile. Wait, can you do a list? Oh, that's so sick. That's cool. So we can just do this. So that should add all user profile images to these. And then this, we need to get rid of this. And then this will be first user. This should work. This should work. So, okay. I thought I had tests for this though. It does not look like I really have any tests for this. Yeah, I straight up didn't. Yeah, I'm not testing against that. So let me just add that really quick. Let's ensure that at least the new user, which will be users one dot user profile image, and then this should have URL. Yes, dot URL. Let's just make sure that's not null. Let's run that test. sure that's actually. Let's just do that and rerun it. This should fail now. Beautiful. Okay. Let's clean this. I'm going to stop user API locally. And we are going to, what the hell is that? That. We do not need that. So I use Docker Compose for local development. Highly recommend if you need that. If you just makes it so much easier because it's a microservice architecture. Okay, do this. Let's package it. Okay. I don't know what this area is yet. Like, what do you mean? You know, chat type does not exist. It exists right there. You know what I'm saying? Benefits of Docker Compose. Yeah. I'm gonna just assume you know kind of what Docker is with like its containers and stuff like that. But so right now, the backend for Nowhere is written in Spring Boot, which is the framework. It's Java. And there is all of these different microservices, right? We have Notification API, we have Event API, Search API, Edge API, all this stuff, right? So in order to make it so that all these services can actually like communicate and you can actually test your platform, that would be, you know, similar to what it would be like in production. You can use Docker Compose, and all Docker Compose is just like an orchestrator. You defined all the different types of and I think I can pull up the what it kind of looks like. One sec. Let's do file, open research. Here we go. So yeah, this is it. So it's very easy. So you have just services, the database, and then the image for that, you know, specific Docker container, Edge API, local stack is for like AWS stuff, user API, company API, and all you do is just set the container name, what image it should be, the ports it should listen to, and it just works. Yeah. I again, like, microservice is completely design choice, but if you ever do bring on like a more, if you go into more microservice stuff, it makes it super easy to do this, to develop locally. And then you can, what we use for Nowhere is AWS's ECS Fargate, which pretty much does the exact same thing, but instead of like Docker orchestrator, it's ECS that is the orchestrator. But yeah, it's super easy to define, and then all you have to do is just do Docker Compose build, and it'll do this file, and it'll build everything for you. Super simple, super easy. Okay, so user API got built. So now it should be returning those images for the users. But there's still that error, which I don't understand. I don't quite know what I'm doing wrong there. Where is this? It says chat type does not exist. Yeah, no worries. Hopefully I explained it somewhat well. I'm just gonna set this to false, and fix this. Yeah, I don't... Oh, it's in a totally different space. So what was I... It already knows. Thanks, Cursor. Man, things are not going well. What is this now? 87? This is the first time I've actually tested this, I guess. So, what is this? So this is the chat. Wait, I don't actually see the image on it still. Oh my goodness. This is the chat. Why is there no... Where is iChat? iChat, iUser, iUser. Why are we not getting this with the user images back? Did this just not actually get updated? What is going on? This says no. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's actually... Did that not get updated? What? Now I'm very confused. Might have to like just do a clean restart here on the back end side of things. I should be seeing this log. I just straight up am not. Let's try packaging again. And the user API got deleted. Okay. What is going on? Thanks, Laughing Whales, for following. Appreciate it, brother. What is going on? Wait, what? Wait. Oh, okay. I don't know. Why I'm not getting their image. What is your get? I I'm using GitHub, if that's what you're asking. Or sorry, GitLab. If you're talking about that GIF of the following. So why is this happening? User response, user API, fetching group chats, found one private chat. So let's just look through these logs. Chat service. Oh wait, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. That was just for creating it. For creating the chat. Oh my gosh. I'm so stupid. Oh, I did it in a completely wrong method. Okay. So we need to do it here. I'm going to make okay, let's first work on this. So private chat. These are all the private chats. We're gonna have to definitely want to simplify and refactor this a little bit, but this will be private chat dot get user 1, get user 2, and then users will be a list of first user, second user. And then we'll want to do the same kind of thing for the group chats. So we're going to do a list user response users equals group chat dot get members dot stream. Yeah. For some reason my headphones just keep turning off every once in a while. Ooh, a little free double cheeseburger. I like should turn off all my notifications on my computer. Okay, I think that'll do it. Okay, so we're gonna stream, then map that user, and we are going to do this. User response equals that, and then we're going to do asset service dot add user profile image to user response. There we go. And then oops. Okay, that should do things that we needed to actually do. So let's do this one more time. Get rid of this. We cleaned it. Now we're going to package it. Go here. Once that's packaged, it is. Then we're going to build it again. And then from there. Now I should be seeing that. Let's go back to here. This should still like be mad because we're not focusing on that right now. But there it is. Okay. Yeah, that was stupid of me. But now we have the user profile image, so that's good. So why is it mad now at, was it 87 it said? User. What am I doing? Item.users. That should be 1. That should be 1 as well. Status. We also. Oops, that's edge. Where's user? Okay. So user, it should have a status. User response status. What? Emily ID last modified. The hell? It should definitely have a status. Why am I having so much trouble with this? Display name, email, ID, last modified. Brain is starting to hurt. What is going on? Yeah, use cursor. But I think this issue is on the back end. Also, I don't want that. There should definitely be like status should. Like I use this everywhere. That's the chat screen. I guess these are all typically null save. That's just not quite right. How's it going, Sulky? Hope your day's going well. Appreciate you stopping by. All right, so we got something, so that's nice, but that's me. That should be Emily. And also just for some reason does not have my status or anything like that. So I'm doing good, Sulky. Just trying to figure some of these should be simple things, but it's not being simple right now. I think I'm now lost of where I am. See, that should be that. That should be that. Okay, so where's his name? There it is. There's Emily Williams. Should probably eat some dinner. Yeah. It's breakfast time over here, so I should probably eat some breakfast. Oh my god, guys, it's working. I mean, still very, it's working. Look at this. Look how clean this is. Oh. Now this shouldn't work. I appreciate it. But there's still some weird bugs. Like this should have the user's like availability status. It's also just not very pretty. But the core functionality is getting there. Now, can I don't think I've implemented the searching yet. No, I have not. So the idea is, so like one, you could just, chat and say whatever, right? I don't think this will work. Hi. I don't think that actually does anything. Like, I don't think it persists or anything like that. Yeah, no. Okay. I kind of forgot what I've done, Okay. You have to make a chat app too? Yeah. I think there's definitely easier ways of doing it than what I'm doing. Like, I'm building it straight from scratch, pretty much. Oh, C++. That's fun. Yeah, I'm doing this all in Java Spring Boot. So Spring does a lot of stuff. So you'll have it worse than me. That's fair. Trying to do an alternative Discord too. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I haven't coded in C++ since like my college days. I'm pretty much just a Java guy now. Okay. So this is working a lot nicer, which I'm super pumped about. How does it? Okay, I actually. Electron, are you going to be working? Are you doing the C++ on the like front end stuff? Because I've only used Electron like once. And when I say I've only used it once, I think I tried and then I gave up after a couple weeks. So, okay, so that's why. So, okay. Text-based, justify, flex. I don't know why this isn't quite centered, but whatever. So what do I want to do now? All right, Silky, have a good one. Appreciate you stopping by. Enjoy your good dinner. So I want to figure out why the availability isn't showing up. Because I mean, if you search for Emily here, her availability is showing up. So why the heck is it not showing up here? Should be something here. So there's like a memory service. Might be a good one to check out. So we just do like get memory. There we go. Huh. Weird. I totally thought I made it so memory response has to. Weird. So is that an edge then? Sorry, one sec. Get user memories. Get memory. Oh yeah. So I just get user. So what is so different? Let's check out the user controller and getting a user. Set status. I see. This is starting to get a little ugly. But maybe... Okay, let's think about this. So the first user is the user that created the private chat, and the second user is the user that they're wanting to start the chat with. But I don't want to have to read the database again and everything like that. So where is the status? Okay, so damn. Yeah, I'll definitely want to break this out. So this will be private chat, get user 1. Get user 2. I definitely want to break this up and clean this up because this is starting to get a little ugly. So I'm gonna have to do that for this as well. Okay, so that should add the types, the status types for the users. I want to make that look a little bit better, but let us do this again. Let's stop user API, delete it, delete the image as well. Let us clean user API, and then run it and package it. Very nice. And let's restart it. Cool. Now this should have the statuses on it. Fuck. Status, yeah, why is it not shown? Description null, type busy. Oh, I see. I defined. I think I had AI build this or something, because this is just. Do I not have like a user profile image component or something like that? Follow card. No, that's not what we want. It's like a memory. Yeah, it's a good call out, Laughing Whales. But for now, I'm just trying to get it so like the private chats work. And the second one in the, so we're returning like the chat object. The first user in the chat is going to be the one that created the chat. And the second one would be like, wait. This just straight up won't work. Yeah, I'll definitely have to refactor this. Because this will work now for, you know, this guy, because I'm John Smith and Emily Williams is the second one. But if I log in as Emily Williams, it'll just not work. So... yeah, I'll have to think of that for sure. I'm just trying to remember how I typically memories tabs. There should be like a memory component. This isn't what we want. We want, maybe it's this. This isn't what we want either. Where? Oh my gosh. What? Okay. User status card. Like, what is the, like? Do I use this all over the place? I'm just trying to remember, like, if I, because like that, you know what I'm saying? Where do I do that? Because I think I had like a helper thing, I thought. If not, I definitely should. Colors. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Okay. Good style. Fast image source. Style. Okay. I'm just like connecting all these little things together and starting to get confusing. So, like, I guess I didn't really define my responses too well. So, a chat. Let's just has a chat ID, chat type, users. It has a list of users. And an iUser. And it has a user relationship status. How's it going, Silky? Welcome back. Silky, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, brother. So an iUser, we might have to think this through. Okay. So okay, why is it blocking off your chat stuff? Why is it? One sec, let me look into that because I don't want that monitoring stuff. Sorry about that. Let me just try to fix that really quickly. Is that like a Twitch thing? Because my bot isn't even active right now. I thought it was a link. Oh. Okay, so what was that thought? User return users instead. Items dot search. Yeah, so that's kind of like, where was I? Like, it should be similar. I think it should be similar to this. But the thing is like, oh my gosh, my headphone turned off again. One sec. The issue is like, I want this to also be expandable to like group chats as well. So that it needs to be a list of users. I guess what I could do, my first initial thought is to make it so the backend doesn't, in that list of users, it doesn't return the user that is requesting it, if that makes sense. So then the front end just like automatically like knows that. But I don't like that. I think what's better and remember, this is for chat. So like there's multiple, you get all the chats, and then each chat can have multiple users, right? So what we could do is after we get our chats, we could just filter out the user that this user is. That's probably the most straightforward, simple thing. Which database are you using? I am using Postgres, hosted on AWS's RDS, with PostGIS. So what I'm doing with Nowhere, right? It's very location based, and this is just for you guys if you ever create something kind of like Uber or DoorDash, whatever, where you need to query results based off like actual geolocation, and you're using Postgres, you can use this thing called PostGIS. So this pretty much makes it so, like right now, you can set any location for Nowhere, right? So right now it's Boulder, but you can go to Austin. You can even search an address up, and that will take the latitude and longitude, and you can pass this into this PostGIS extension for Postgres. And then you can say like, hey, return, and then each event has a location in the database, like a column, a latitude and longitude column. And then PostGIS, you can tell PostGIS like, hey, here is this latitude and longitude location, which would be like Boulder, Colorado, that the client sets. Find me all the events that are within a 20-mile like radius. And PostGIS will do that. So it's probably won't need it unless it's like a very specific application. But yeah, that's. Yeah, so Postgres SQL is what I'm using. Probably not it won't be the best when it comes to handling like chat messages and stuff like that. Like you can get away with it for, tens of thousands, if not millions of messages. But once you start, getting big, then you won't want to do that too much. You might want to change to something else. Okay. So I'm just trying to think the best way of doing this is. So right now we have these, right? All these chats. We have a chat with Emily Williams. Yeah, this will all have to be updated. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of how do I make this so it's generic enough that'll can handle both private and group messages, without having to specify, because this is just wrong. So we have here, this is what a chat looks like resource in our backend. So this is a chat, and it's kind of weird. This is a abstract chat because you can have a private chat and a group chat right now. Yeah, I'd be sick if Twitch had Markdown. Maybe that's something we can add for this.
So within chat, you have like a private chat, okay? That extends chat. And remember, chat is just has all that stuff. So and like this is kind of different because private chat has 2 users, right? User 1 is going to be the user that created this chat. User 2 will be the one that the chat was created, the user wanted to start the chat with, if that makes sense. We also have group chat. Now, I haven't worked on this too much, but as you can see, it has like members, and it's a list of users. So what we want to do for the front end, so this is our chat screen, and we fetch all these chats, right? And again, what a chat is, like at least what the interface is that we have that chat ID, the chat type, the users, and then, some other stuff. Yeah, it's a good question, Laughing. Why can't private chat have multiple people? Maybe that's a confusing name, but a private chat is just a closed chat of like just 2 people, while a group chat is 2 or more, if that makes sense. So private chat is just a chat with 2 people. Group chat is with more than 2 people. That's all that means. Private doesn't necessarily mean like privacy. Yeah, I am trying to remember why I did it this way. Why I did it with this private chat. Oh, yeah, see, now I'm questioning everything. When I did ask ChatGPT, like, when I was first designing this and figuring it out, like, what I wanted. So let's see if I have messages from ChatGPT. One sec. Because I agree. You know what I mean? But I thought there was like a reason. I did feel like I did. I haven't touched this in like months. But I do remember putting some serious thought into it. Button click. I have so many ChatGPT chats. It's actually insane. chat features. Here we go. I'm asking it why I went this way. 1 sec. PG, appreciate you for the follow, brother. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I'm doing stuff right now. Sorry I haven't been talking. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too, laughing. There's a specific reason, because I spent some serious time. Now I'm just trying to go through it with ChatGPT. So let's bring ChatGPT over to you guys. What does ChatGPT say? Okay, so this is what I said regarding context of this conversation. Why do we have a difference in private and group chats? Why not just have one chat that has a list of members? Good question. This is exactly the design quirk you ran into. The reason we split private versus group wasn't because of the database. Yeah, we understand that. Private, you only want one chat between the same 2 users. Group, you allow multiple chats with overlapping members. No, I agree. But when you don't have someone to talk through this kind of stuff with, it's better than nothing. Multiple chats. It does add a good amount of back-end business logic if you don't specify it, because then you're gonna have to all right, what do we want? What are the deliverables? All right, let's go back to what do we actually want? We want to be able to create a private chat and a one sec, sorry. My YouTube stream is saying it's unavailable for policy violations. Is it because of the music? Because this music should be free. One sec, sorry. Fuck. That's crazy. Is this music just not? Weird. Okay, can I like stop the stream for YouTube? Okay, well, YouTube just cooked. There's a chat. Any number of people could be in it. If the chat is private, only one additional person can be added to the array. If the chat is private, only the owner of the chat can add people. Yeah, I mean, there's also that too. Is like, I think right now, anyone in the group, like in the group chat, can just add anyone. There's no concept of like administrator or something like that. Yeah, I don't quite know. So this is the chat response. All right, sounds good. Laughing. I feel. Let's see. Okay, so we have chat. This is chat. I do it with like the friend requests and stuff like that. It's kind of the same thing. Actually, no, it's not. Might change this music. 'Cause apparently. Let's see. Oh my gosh. So sorry. Oh, you can't hear that. Why can't you hear that? Okay, one sec. All right. Hopefully that's not too loud. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So you get all these chats. Chats.map chat. Nope. Chat.users.filter. Okay. That is not what I meant to do. Filter out the user ID. It's going. I'm still kind of going through, back and forth, I feel like. But I think I'm just going to keep what I have now. And just keep trying, Like right now, I'm not thinking of... Let's see. I have this. Yeah, doesn't this just... Okay. Am I stupid? Apparently I am. I might be reaching my limit here. I'm getting pretty brain dead. Okay, now everything's messed up. Uh, I'm. Oh man, I'm going backwards. Why am I going backwards? Oh yeah, because of this. For now, we're just gonna do this. Why is that not working? Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break. Should have item. Oh, I forgot this part of it. There we go. Well, as you can tell, I'm in my professional job, I'm a full-time back-end engineer. Let's see. So I think we could filter out the user here. But for some reason... Whoa. Filtering other users. Um... iChat. Oh, that's what I was missing. Oh, I keep doing that. I don't like that at all. Hmm. Okay. item. Why? Oh. What the hell is going on? That's saved. All right. I think I'm going to take a break. Sorry, I'm brain dead. I don't know. What is this? Keeps popping up. What time is it anyway? It's 11:20. I might get some lunch. Maybe play some games. Maybe I'll stream gaming a little bit. But we've made some great progress. We can actually make a private chat now, which is actually sick. Okay, my metro's all messed up. But yeah, we created a private chat. Right now I was playing through the God of War Ragnarok. I have a bunch of other games, but story game kind of sounds fun. So I might stream that. Yeah, it's either I'll either play that or grind some Battlefield 2042 and for the Battlefield 6 skins. I am pumped about Battlefield 6. But the other one, God of War, seems a little bit chiller. Laid back. I also need to figure out why YouTube just keeps saying my stream's unavailable. I'm pretty sure this music is license free, so. But anyways, appreciate you guys stopping by. Appreciate you guys struggling through this with me. There's 3 P's in this skipping, so that's fun. I think the next thing we do, and we try to figure out, is maybe try to send some actual messages. We're able to create a chat, so let's try to send a message. Set up WebSockets. And eventually probably some server-side event stuff. But cool, yeah. I'll probably be on later, so you stop by. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. And for all the follows. Peace.